Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
When you're down here with me, you float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What up, film fans? Happy Thursday. Welcome to Season 7, Episode 28 of a new episode of Friday the 14th podcast. I am one of your hosts, Juan, and I am joined by the other guys.
Hi, I'm Franco.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo soy 4K bad guy.
That's what I'm talking
El
about.
4K bad guy.
How do you say 4K in Spanish?
Cuatro. ¿Qué?
Man, it has been too long, guys. A few weeks since we last seen and hung out and talked to each other. If you guys did not know what we talked about, a few weeks ago we went and talked about Smile 2. Fantastic movie. One of my favorites of the year. It's available now on Paramount Plus. Physical media hits in a few weeks. So go check out our conversation all about Smile 2. If you do not know where to find those links, it's all right here. Instagram, Friday the 14th podcast. Social media is also at Imisawa Productions. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go check it out. You can watch anytime on demand on the Facebook page at Cine-Men Movie Podcast or the YouTube channel, Imisawa Productions YouTube channel.
Hit the subscribe button.
Like, subscribe, notification
Follow.
bell. So, guys, how was your New Year's? New year, new us, 2025. What a way to kick it off with the Mousetrap, right?
Oh.
We're kicking off the number one movie of the whole year.
There will be traps.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait to own us on 4K, right?
I can't wait.
Is that a trick question? No.
What?
Nothing.
It's gonna be loaded with special features.
Yeah. You know what? I did some digging on this movie, so I cannot wait to really get in and talk about this movie with you guys. So it should be fun. But as we always do, it's been a few weeks. What is on the watch list? What have you guys getting ready to get into? Maybe what's on the horizon? And then do you guys have anything that you want to recommend to any of the listeners or viewers? I'll go first. Man, it's been a minute since I talked with you guys, but I kind of went on like a 2024 kick. I'm going through some 2024 movies that I maybe really like and I haven't seen yet. Superman, the Christopher Reeves documentary, was really good. Killer's Game with Batista, Nosferatu, the remake of The Crow. I don't know why I did that to myself. Conclave 1992. Strange Darling is a fantastic piece of work. I'm going to probably recommend that to anybody out there listening or watching since this is a horror podcast. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's like if Quentin Tarantino made a horror movie and he like mixed it up with a little bit of Robert Rodriguez stuff and they had a horror movie baby. That's probably what would happen. Checked out Sonic 1, 2, Knuckles, Maxine, Alien Romulus. And then Blink Twice. Blink Twice was really good. So, what about you guys? If I recommended anything, it'd probably be Alien Romulus and Nosferatu.
Richie, what about Coraline movies? Scared the shit out of me. I haven't seen Coraline. Never seen it.
Missed your opportunity to go see it in theater when they were re-released.
Oh yeah, when the opportunity came, I was like, yeah, no,
I'm good.
Yeah.
We'll pick up the 4K Steelbook.
I watched this movie twice for this podcast. I recommend getting Tubi and watching this movie twice for your own podcast. Also, it's a new year, new era where wrestling actually is streaming on different platforms. So I watched some AEW live yesterday. I can't remember anything of it besides people not being the crowd sucking pretty much.
What do you guys think about that? Let's talk about that for just a quick second, because I got on Max 2 and AEW's on there, and I'm like, oh, cool, I can catch up a little bit. And I feel like, just like AEW does with everything they do, they dropped the ball because you can only watch the 2019 year of pay-per-views and from October to January of Dynamite.
I mean, it's understandable. 2019 was a good year.
But, like, at least give us everything up to, if you're still trying to make money off recent pay-per-views, at least give us everything up to 2023.
Yeah, they'll be adding more as it goes on. This was just like the start. It's like Netflix as well. They haven't updated a lot of stuff for WWE. I think they did about the same amount. But, yeah.
Speaking of Raw on Netflix, you guys check it out?
It was really good. Just had, I think 4 matches in 3 hours, which kind of was ass. But, I mean, Hulk Hogan got booed, so, that was very cheerful.
I was honestly, like, super hyped like the rest of us, and I think because of how hyped it was, like, there's no way that it couldn't have lived up to the...
Yeah, people were speculating, saying Penta was going to debut, Becky Lynch was going to return, Charlotte was going to return. I can't remember who else they said was going to be there. Undertaker was there, which was cool.
Surprised they didn't get Shawn Michaels. He's busy every day.
I mean, you see him on NXT, so it's like...
Yeah, but he's like, at least he's part of the company. It's like... I mean, it would have been cool to see Stone Cold, but yeah. Even though I'm like a big fan of Undertaker, I didn't really get anything out of his come out as American Badass. I was like,
yeah.
And just after Rhea Ripley's championship win.
Hello, Mia. Vigvani 12. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the Rollins Punk match was real good. I recommend checking that out. And what's the other match that I liked?
The Tribal Combat number.
Yeah, Tribal Combat.
Yeah, the women's match is kind of underwhelming.
Wasn't that also supposed to be a last women standing match?
It was, but they changed it because of time restraints and whatnot.
And yeah, like you guys said, Pentagon was supposed to make his debut, but so much stuff got pushed.
Yeah. No, he's making his debut next week against Chad Gable, which that match is going to be a banger.
The whole thing with The Rock was kind of upsetting because he just kind of threw all the story out the window.
Yeah,
essentially.
Which, I mean, he wasn't the final boss. He was just the boss.
Dwayne Johnson.
And then on Tuesday, he came out for NXT, and if you didn't like that, that was even worse. So, yeah, but I think other than that, that's all I've seen this past couple weeks.
As far as my watches, I mean, I guess kind of just go back since the time we've last got together. I mean, I did check out Sonic 3 theaters, Nosferatu. Been checking a lot of older 2000s horror films. Like went back to see Dark Falls, The Boogeyman, the original. This movie, of course. Got to see some of the movies I've been trying to avoid that came out in 2024, like Night Swim and Afraid, I think. So I got those knocked out. Earlier today, I actually went to go check out one of the first horror movie releases that came out. What was it? Blanking out. The Damned, I think that's what it's called. I enjoyed that movie. I think that's most of my main watches. I did check out, of course, the second season of Squid Game.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, there were some memorable characters. Still don't know how I feel like as far as season I enjoyed more. Probably season 1 still. But I did enjoy season 2. There's a lot of meme stuff you can make out of season 2.
I did start season 1 of Squid Games, and it is entertaining, nonetheless.
Oh, I
would
also
re-
finished up Heels, and so disappointed in that the way they ended it because there's no season 3. Left me major hole in my major hole.
And there wasn't rumored that they actually are gonna be doing season 3
They're
because it's gonna be on
hoping
Netflix.
they're hoping with with Netflix picking it up that they would start season 3, but there's no official word, and all the actors are on different projects already as well. So,
I saw that the new Scream started filming this week.
oh yeah, Scream 7.
Hopefully, we're entertained by that.
I have low expectations with it.
So, but yeah. So if you guys want to send in some recent watches or recommendations, again, just hit us up on the social media, and we will review it, talk about it, maybe watch it. So let's dig into what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about the Mousetrap. It was supposed to come out March of last year, but I guess with some complications, it hit digital and streaming August 6, 2024. Currently on IMDb, it's got a 2.5 out of 10, 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it currently stars Simon Phillips, Sophie McIntosh, Madeline Kilman, Ben Harris, and it's Alex's 21st birthday, but she's stuck at the amusement arcade on a late shift, so her friends decide to surprise her with a birthday party. But a masked killer dressed as Mickey Mouse decides to play a game of his own with them, and which they must have to survive. Nick, this was your pick, so we'll start with you, man. Did you get to see this before you recommended it, or was this your first time watch for the episode?
It was the first time watch, and I mean, when you get the news of it being public domain, the character, this is like the first movie that I think that was kind of teased, and of course there's gonna be another one. What was it, Screamboat? I think that comes out this year, but I've never seen the trailer for this. I was like, man, this was like crap, but I'm still gonna watch it because I mean we've been watching these types of movies of these characters that Disney has done. Blood and Honey. What else we gone through?
Blood
Well, I
and
mean,
Honey 2.
Blood and Honey 2. Even though it's not really Disney, but the mean one is gonna be our next review coming up. So,
Spoiler.
oh, spoiler. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just I love this silly cheesy movies like this.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the public domain thing because it's crazy. Like it literally came up January 1st of 2024, and it's like this movie was made, the other one was made, and I'm like, how does Disney let that even happen? Like, I'm pretty sure who let that become public domain for even a day got fired. But anyway,
I was gonna say, can't wait for the day that's one. Nah, I'll probably be gone by then. But SpongeBob being public domain, shit.
that'd be funny. I watched this twice technically. I watched it on New Year's Eve, and then I checked it out today for today's episode. Um, I think it'll be a fun conversation, honestly. So I can't wait to dig into it. What about you, Franco?
First time watch. I did watch it twice though. Back to back. It's a movie. After I saw it, it's a movie. I couldn't wait for this conversation.
It is a movie. Let's kick it off with. I do like how it had a good start. Like it had the terrifying music. It shows you the entire clips of Mickey and the origins. Cartoons of the original Disney Mickey. It had the crawl, like Star Wars-esque crawl at the beginning, which I thought was very smart. But then, as a lot of people say, then the movie had to actually begin.
I don't know, man. I think it had a good start, and then just kept on going all the way through. The hour and 20 was perfect. I wish the last year movies were an hour and 20.
Just, yeah. The Star Wars opening kind of threw me off a bit. I'm like, did I click the right movie? On my way, and of course, reading it on, I was like, oh yeah, I'm on the right one.
What did you guys get to watch it on? I checked it out on Amazon Prime. No commercials. But this is also on, I believe, Tubi and Peacock.
Yeah, I didn't see it on Amazon Prime. I should have checked. I saw it on Tubi. And Peacock?
Yeah, it's on Peacock. That's what it says on IMDb.
I went for the commercials right away.
Man.
You love them commercials. Originally, when I picked the movie out, I saw it on Tubi when I was going to the movies. But then, kind of looking further into it, I was like, oh, I saw it on Prime as well. I was like, and I decided to watch it there.
I do like how it's a cool concept. Don't get me wrong. Piggybacking off of the success of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, cool concept, really fun idea. I just got lost in the complete disbelief of these people at all. Like I had no feeling for any kind of characters because I just couldn't grasp myself on any of them because of just how terrible some of the lines were written, or just how terrible some of the cast members were. I don't know. I feel like Thanksgiving had Academy Award winning acting compared to this movie.
I wouldn't even go that far. Exaggerating just a tad bit.
Top-notch acting.
At least there were some really good, beautiful people to look at. A lot of these actors were like, you can tell, like fresh out of college. They were like just automatically fresh. Like, I'll sign up for anything. But
I went to go see who the actors were, and their Instagram profiles are like less than 1K followers. I was like, wow, this must be your first film. And I think it was both of them. It's wild.
Yeah. I think that honestly, this movie is bad story upon like a mixture of just people in general, probably piggybacking off the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. But I wanted this movie to be like super fun. That's all I cared about. I didn't really care about like the acting. I know I kind of went overboard, but I just really wanted this movie to be super fun.
What were your expectations going into it?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Okay, so yeah, I had it. My expectations were Thanksgiving, so I think that's the reason I enjoyed it.
See, I wanted it to be bloody. I wanted it to be gruesome. I saw the rated R, and I was like, hell yeah. And I saw that the budget wasn't really founded upon. So I was like, then maybe we're going to have some really good kills and some really good blood scenes, like, some of the other movies we've seen in the past year. And it's not even that. You go 40 minutes and you don't even see a kill. I think the first kill is 38 minutes in, and it's the two teens that are trying to like have sex in the ball pen or wherever in the caging area. And
you didn't even get to see that kill. You don't see no kill until the first 59 minutes. 59, 58, I think is what it was.
And even then, I think it's the chick that gets the Dewey Scream 2 kill with the glass, right? up against the door in front of the main character.
Yeah. Was it that one?
Yeah,
I think so.
like everything else, they use the Jaws effect where, oh, you don't get to see anything, and I'm like, that works with a movie like that, but with this where it's rated R and it's low budget, we want to see practical effects. We want to see blood.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of a little bit underwhelmed with the kills they went with.
The only other disappointment I had with this movie, besides the kills, was it's a Mickey Mouse movie, but wasn't about Mickey Mouse. It was just a person in a trance in a Mickey Mouse fucking like. There's no story whatsoever with Mickey Mouse regarding him or regarding the trance state from watching Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, you got like no really backstory on first off, how does he have the mask? What's his obsession with these old films with the projector? What's this trance that he's in? And then second off, you get he disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Like weird.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better had they went a similar Winnie the Pooh route where they give you a little story going on there. But just
And see, some movies are cool with an hour and 15 minutes. You don't okay. You're like, okay, no backstory. No backstory would have been needed if he was just a freaking psycho pervert and you got to see him hack up people. Would not need a backstory whatsoever. But even then, like, you know, you didn't get to see him hack up anybody really. But and I mean, if this was somebody's first project, like, you know, writing wise, directing wise, like they pulled it off at least. I don't know if I would have been able to pull anything off like that with like let's say a $5,000 budget. You know, again, you don't watch movies like this for any of the plot details or the you know maybe the story, but
Or the good acting.
yeah, I put it on the vol. Usually, I like to watch my movies with like the volume like screeching up, but this one I had it like mid level to low, and I could still perfectly know exactly what was going on, and enjoyed everything about it.
the story kind of felt like a little bit of Goosebumps haunted mask. Putting the mask on.
That would have
I mean,
even been a cool thing where he puts the mask on and then he becomes tranced and haunted.
it was because you was the boss of the area. That kind of like a Dave and Buster's thing to me going on there. But yeah, the boss ends up getting the mask because he hears the voices in his head. He's like Randy Orton.
Did you guys
No.
notice this? Did you guys notice this too? I just wanted to point this out. Sorry, but the last 2 weeks, you know, whether it be sharing the movie, promoting the poster or the show, the original title was Mickey's Mousetrap.
Mm-hmm.
And literally the last week, I could have sworn it changed to just the Mousetrap. Literally the last 10 days, it went from Mickey's Mousetrap, and now I'm looking at here on IMDb, and it says original title Mickey's Mousetrap, but now it got like retitled The Mousetrap.
I saw the title change too. I was like, were they trying to not be sued at all? Maybe you can't really be because it was in public domain. But I thought their title though it was kind of clever. Still, like it's not really directly Mickey Mouse. It was Mickey's Mousetrap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Mandela effect, not me.
Yeah. And I like how you do get kind of some character like attachment to him due to it's being Alex's birthday, and she's got two guys who are like falling for her in Marcus and Ryan.
She had way more than that.
and the goth girl.
Yeah.
The goth girl, that's right. What was her name
Gothka.
again? Gothka.
Gothka.
I forgot what her name was. Was it Jenna?
Might have
No,
been
that was the other
Gemma.
one.
Jenna was the Oh yeah, it
The
was.
other coworker,
Yeah,
Rebecca.
Rebecca. There you
Rebecca, I
go.
think.
Mackenzie Mills played Rebecca. Um, I did like the interrogation scenes, even though it kind of seemed a little corny and a little like standoffish. I did like how you got Rebecca being attacked by like the good cop, bad cop. One of them wanted to believe, kind of, and then the other one was like, "No, you did it," and it kind of led you to believe like what's really going on. So it kind of that was like the little guessing game, I guess. Because literally, you're like, man, everybody's still alive. What's going on? Why are they saying everybody's dead? So like in the interrogation scenes, it kind of spoiled everything, kind of. But it was cool. What'd you guys think of the bully? The scene where like the bullies are kind of maybe the ones that kind of triggered this guy into being maybe he was just a Mickey Mouse fanatic, but like it kind of mentions that the bullies were a part of his past, and maybe they're the ones who kind of just triggered him being psychotic.
Yeah, they mentioned that he took a lot of pucks to the head as the
Yeah.
coach for hockey.
So maybe we're blaming like CTE on him just completely being, which again, that's a cool little backstory. That can actually happen, you know. So the only thing that still kind of throws me off, as long as I'm putting two and two together, is like, how does he disappear?
Teleport.
Yeah, unless it's the powers of the mask.
It's the yeah. Some supernatural. Um, it's weird.
he got it from the Mascatool.
There you go.
The clubhouse. He used Walt Disney's power.
The pixie dust from Peter Pan. You can fly, you can fly. Did they drop the ball on some stuff? I think it would have been pretty cool to see some actual like kills, maybe. I think that's probably the biggest letdown of the whole movie, maybe.
The biggest letdown for me, was the roller coaster scene. Are you telling me you're not gonna have a death on the roller coaster? Just gonna have him go and then get off? Stupid.
And left nowhere. I was like, all right, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Nope, he did nothing. Just let him go for a nice ride. I'm too high for this.
When he said that, I thought he meant like he was too tall. I was like, was he? I was like, oh, he means high. Never mind.
That's funny.
Just wanted to play.
And then the thing that was kind of weird was the flashes is what kind of stopped him at the end, I guess.
His weakness, the strobe lights. Is it? I don't know if it's a regular flashlight or just has to be a strobe light.
Yeah, that's true.
His kryptonite.
Alex's birthday. Did you guys catch to where like her birthday? She was like, "Oh yeah, it's in 2 weeks. Why are you guys throwing me a birthday party?" And then when they're getting ready to leave the arcade, she's like, "Take me so I can go have my real drink now." I'm like, "Bitch, you turned 21 in 2 weeks.
I didn't catch that.
You
I did
can't."
catch at the beginning that all this happened on Friday the 13th.
What would you guys said if they were like, "Yeah, it's Friday the 14th. Let's go." We'll have to sue.
We'll have to get them on to interview him.
I bet it'd be a lot easier said than done.
I'm sure.
Or they'd probably be like some of those actors were like, I need you to cash at me 1,500 and then I can do it. Like,
I mean,
no,
I looked at the Instagram, like I said, and all of it was less than 1,000.
I'll cash app you enough for Whataburger number 2, and then you can do it.
1081.
Don't want to shake and you got a deal.
Man, this is gonna be a pretty interesting list.
That was the mouse, wasn't it?
Who's hot? We can't say Simon Phillips.
Son of a bitch.
It was pretty good looking.
It cracked me up the whole time. I mean, this beard's popping out of the mask.
It's gotta be Kane.
It's got to be Kane.
I like
go-
him goth, so I'm gonna go with Becca.
I'll go with Gemma, the tall blonde.
I usually try to stay with main characters, but I'll go with Alex. Those genes for me.
You and 4 others.
I'll take a number and wait. I mean, with the ponytail, I was like, that's just kind of cute. And then with the hair down and everything, like, oh, okay. I can see why they're all going for.
I see why she's the main character.
Yeah. I do gotta throw some limelight. Like when she was by herself playing those games, when her friend disappeared, she looked like she was having a hell of a good time.
the the VR.
In the VR.
Nikki Zoller.
If you guys could find or pick some other fairy tale creatures to like have their own kind of like horror spin-off like this, like I always look back to, and I know this is cliche, but I always look back to like the non-Disney fairy tale characters. Maybe the way DreamWorks kind of went away with it, like with Shrek, and how they added all those different characters in there. Like, I love the concept. Don't get me wrong. I even think a few years ago there was a gingerbread one, right?
Probably.
Or was it Ginger Dead Man or something like that?
Mhm.
Peter Pan, I think, would be frightening as hell because he already has to deal with like kids. But that's, and I think there was a Pocahontas one, or not Pocahontas, but a Pinocchio one a few years ago.
They're doing the
So,
Pinocchio with the Winnie the Pooh
oh yeah, that's
in
right.
that universe, and then Bambi as well.
Bambi would be kind of freaky. So, Franco, what are some other positive thoughts you liked about this movie?
I love the runtime.
In and
Now
you're out.
Tony is perfect, but I don't know. It didn't take itself too seriously. It's kind of what I think people expect out of these type of movies. I would have loved some more storytelling into it, but the acting was fine. Wasn't dog shit terrible. It was fine.
I think as long as I just had more kills and blood on screen, I think I would have liked this a lot more. I could have forgave some of the acting. I could have forgave some of the non-existent storytelling, but I just wanted to see some blood.
It was like 4 or 5 deaths. So like, if they would have showed all of them or most of them, it would have been fine. But I think they only showed like 2 or 3,
Yeah,
and they were basic as well.
because especially with a movie called Mickey's Mousetrap, or or the Mousetrap, you were expecting probably some clever, maybe like traps or games or something like that, but very misleading. But I think that's just them maybe trying to overthink a movie like this, or at least the title.
Maybe
That's
they just
probably
didn't like want kids to be on in the internet and search up Mickey Mouse and this pop up and then traumatize them. That's the reason they say for like the hour. It's like if you're still watching as a kid within the first hour, then yeah, you're getting traumatized. Fuck you. If you turn it off, yeah, it's understandable. So
What about you, Nick? Any more positives?
Some positives. I mean, Mask is all right. um, it's kind of difficult. I mean, think of really much. Like for sure, I would have loved to at least a little bit of backstory. I mean, even like I haven't even really gotten to the full ending, but there's a post credit scene, but it doesn't really resolve anything.
What the fuck? I didn't see the post credit scene.
There's a post credit scene. Because the way it ends, I mean, just that was kind of just, nope, we're done. We got what we needed. Just pack up and go.
You got your money,
Yes.
run.
If you want to talk about the ending, really get to they once they get making that whole trap, like we're gonna use offense against them. They got the higher ground. Well, at least two of the girls have the higher ground. We're flashing the light at them. Say, "Oh shit, you got me, Mickey!" And then the two dudes get Mickey. They're holding him down, and somehow he managed to screw with the lights and make it red. And then of course he disappears again. Out there, what happened?
I think the lights just stopped because they're on timer,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the
but
dumbasses left the fucking area to click it.
I was
And
not
then-
expecting, yeah.
and of course you get the unexpected main character death. You just it happens, so it's like, oh, you blink, you miss this type of situation. I was like, all right, they just kill the main character, and of course you get the nerdy guy who's in love with her. I was like, I didn't even get to ask her on a date.
And then yeah,
Which-
get left off with the C word at the end.
Which I thought was cool. Like I'm kind of that was one of the positives was he disappeared and then he pops back up and cuts off Alex's head and then has his way with everybody else. So it was kind of like I didn't really see that coming. So, but
She promised. So if you find me, you get 5 minutes.
Mm.
I'll get to do whatever I think.
Mickey's like, I'm gonna hold you on that, and sure enough, terrible hider.
yeah,
I like that it took place inside the arcade. It's a nice little scenery.
it would have been cool
Yeah.
if there was like a ball pin death or something. Like
There could have been a lot of deaths that would have been cool, but they just dropped the ball with it.
I almost felt like Chuck E. Cheese is a movie right there. But as far as the post credit scene that actually happens, you go back to the golf girl and she's caged up, and the light turns red, letting you know that Mickey's in their area. They don't show Mickey, but they just show the glimpse of the golf girl, and I think I forget what he says. He says something, and she kind of just smiles like she was in it with Mickey the whole time. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
I mean, they did leave it open for that because like she knew the whole story and none of them talked in the fucking ambulance.
Yeah, the whole time they're like, so how the hell is she telling the whole story when she was like supposed to be in one little area hidden away? Most of the time you don't really see her.
Yeah,
maybe she's the one who orchestrated the whole thing, just to get. Because remember, she can't have. She had the biggest crush on Alex, but maybe
Can't have
Alex.
no one can.
Yeah, maybe Alex didn't see her that way, and she was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just plan this little death trap for you. So post-credit scene does kind of help out a little bit, but I'm with you, Franco. I didn't know there was a post-credit scene either.
yeah, go back and watch it.
Yeah, but Let's talk a favorite kill or death scene. I know there's not that many. Um, I'm gonna go right offhand and say the killing of Alex.
It's probably the best one, honestly. Just to be different, I'll go with the coworkers' death scene. Didn't didn't know to call 911. I was being on the phone, being distracted.
Before the actual final kill, I was like, all right, I don't think anything's really gonna top this kill, which was it looked like they were like in the office area type thing with the, I think it was the girl that won shows for the hottest, I believe, the VR girl,
hmm
and she gets stabbed on the head. I was like, all right, that was a cool, I guess, kill. If there was gonna be any kills, and then of course you get to the end. I was like, all right, I even like that one better because it's just unexpected.
Um, Maybe an overall favorite scene of the movie.
Hmm.
I would probably go with man, I don't know. You know, I know this is kind of weird, but it has nothing to do with a kill or anything. But I would probably go where he kind of goes in a little trance after watching the first few minutes of the Mickey show, and he finds the mask and opens up the cage or the little door to the mask. That was kind of like goosebumpish. Like, okay, shit's about to get real. That'd probably be mine.
I was going with the detective scenes. They just added some comedy to it. Made you realize, I guess, that they weren't taking themselves seriously at all.
Nick's like, man, this was rough.
You can't even say the credits because then those are post credits. Like fuck,
Hmm.
keep going.
Maybe the post credit scene is your favorite scene, Nick.
Mm. I'm really trying to think another another scene.
A good one was the four guys try and trap him, and then he just takes them all out with the hockey stick.
Oh yeah.
That was a scene like I thought he was just attacking people for within the arcade area. Like, why did he go to the bar for? The whole time I was like, are these hockey guys gonna actually come over to the arcade area? They never do. Of course, they're just there the whole time just drinking. And then Mickey's like, all right, I'm getting bored. I'm gonna go get some bodies.
I was expecting like a line from The Dark Knight. I'm not wearing hockey pants. Oh man. Rating 1 out of 5.
I'll go last.
Mm.
I'm probably it's the highest, honestly.
I'm gonna go with a 1. I like the concept. I think it had smart storytelling behind it. It could have been what could have been. It just did not do anything for me whatsoever. So I'm gonna give it a 1.
Mm. Can go either way, honestly. But right now I'm gonna lean towards a 1.5. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll probably bump up to a 2. But I think 1.5.
When did Mickey Mouse go for a public domain?
I think the first day of January 2024.
Okay, and this movie was supposed to be released in March.
It was supposed to be released in March. In a theatrical release, did not get a theatrical release. And they ended up waiting until August, shoved it right out to streaming and DVD. So yeah,
I mean, it had to already been like in production, like filming, right? Or they just did all that
I mean, they probably made this movie in like 20 days, so they probably used the public domain like as soon as January hit, and then probably started production in maybe February.
See, now I feel bad about my rating. This movie's, I'm gonna give it a 3. It was rewatchable. On their, I don't even know what their budget was, if they even released the budget.
I didn't see a
But
budget for it.
I'm assuming probably some college kids that just wanted to make a film. So I'm giving it a 3. It's rewatchable for me. I already watched it twice. I enjoyed both viewings of it.
And there
It
was. Oh, go ahead.
There's some letdowns on it, but I mean, it still entertained me for the most part.
And there were some cool details about the mask. Like that was an actual, like Mickey mask from, I believe it was like a Walt Disney kind of production. I can't remember what it was from, but they ended up falling into the mask and they just repainted it. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So
I would hope that I would watch a part 2 if they made a part 2 to like show Becca as helping Mickey or whatever, and then give actual story to Mickey. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think if they
Part
would have,
two.
if they ran a little bit more with the whole CTE thing
Mhm.
and made it just a little bit more creepier, to me, I agree. I would have bumped this up to a 3 as well if I just saw him kill some people.
Mickey's Club Cult
Yeah,
Part 2.
dude, there you go.
I'm sure the one that's coming out this year, was it Screamboat? I'm sure that one's
Screamboat.
going to be better. But if they have more time with them, I'm assuming, and as has David Howard Thornton in it, so assuming that one's going to be better. But yeah, I'm fine with this one being a 3 for me.
If you guys want to go check it out on Tubi, Peacock, Amazon Prime. Let us know your thoughts on the Mousetrap from 2024. Next week, we talk about another creature from a childhood tale. Next week, we talk all about the Mean One. That is not streaming anywhere, but if you guys want to, you can rent it. There is a physical media copy you can go out there and try to find and buy. But next episode, 2 weeks from tonight, Thursday, January 23rd, 8 p.m., right here on Facebook Live and Emaswap Productions YouTube channel, we talk The Mean One, January 23rd.
It's a nice steelbook.
It looks pretty cool. And then in a month, guys, speaking of 2024 and Terrifier 3, where will that movie rank, if it ranks anywhere, on our top 5 movies of 2024? We're going to take all of our horror movies we watched from 2024. I think the cutoff notice is December 25th, 2023 to December 25th, 2024. So anything that got streamed, digital, theatrical released in that time, we'll watch, rank, and yeah, should be kind of fun. That episode will be February the 6th, and that is our top 5 movies of 2024. So I'm excited. So other than that, guys, what's the weekend look like? Got any big weekend plans? Any wrestling?
Got Texas Wrestling Association tomorrow in San Antonio. They're doing their Texas Cash In Rumble, which if you know me, you know I fucking love shooting Royal Rumbles. Battle Royals. Most fun. Saturday in Houston for Wrestle Rave, which I'm excited for that one because that show looks stacked. They have Robert Martyr versus Ninja Mac, which is gonna be a banger of an opening match. And they have a ladder match, five-man King of the Mountain ladder match, which I don't know what King of the Mountain is. Apparently, it's a match from TNA I've never seen, but it's a ladder match as well. So I'm excited.
Go TNA Plus it up and check out a King of the Mountain.
TNA Plus it up. Also, next Thursday I got a show in Dallas, which I want to return to Dallas, but I don't feel like doing that 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Dallas. And then Enzo Amore is going to be in Corpus next Saturday.
The real one.
The real one.
Bada bing.
He's gonna be there along with Donovan Dajakovic. And who else is on that card? It's a couple other big names. Fuck, I forgot.
Nice.
Pull it up real quick because I just.
Know who's gonna be on that card? Me and Danielle Ryan. Besides,
Cappuccino Jones, who's a WWE ID prospect. What does that mean? I have no fucking idea. Oh, that
ID
dude
prospect.
from TNA, AJ Francis. Top dollar.
Ugh.
Yeah. Izzy Moreno is gonna be there. You remember? You ever watch NXT one?
Mhm.
Like Black and Gold?
Mhm.
That was or not Black and Gold. That was before Black and Gold. That was Bailey's the super fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool,
she's
cool.
wrestling now, and her name's Izzy Moreno.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
See if you can get a hugger picture with her.
I've seen her multiple times already, so I'm not excited for her.
Oh,
She wrestles here in San Antonio, so
if Nick was a wrestler, his finisher would be a 4K steelbook curb stomp. He'd whip out a steelbook from his pants like he does here on the show, and then just do a curb stomp.
or do a concerto with 2 steelbooks.
That's great. Somebody who's on one of those cards this weekend should do that with 2 steelbooks. Nick, donate 2 steelbooks. Well, Franco, I wish you nothing but the best in that Royal Rumble this weekend.
yeah, I'm having Nick shooting as well ringside with me.
Good.
This is news to Nick because I haven't told him yet.
Y'all should take a bump. The cameraman is down.
Wait, I've been hit before. I just
Get
didn't
your
sell it.
Get your little blade action going.
Oh my god!
He comes back in 2 weeks. He's got a Band-Aid and his head's wrapped.
So why do you have a cut open? This guy throwing a shirt.
So yeah, nothing big for me this weekend. Work. The Longhorns play playoff game tomorrow. Let's beat Ohio State. That's in Dallas, so I'm hoping hopefully they don't get blown out by Ohio State. The Lincoln Lawyer, Matthew McConaughey, that's our next episode, Monday night, 7 p.m. That is our theme for the year, if you guys are interested. Our theme for the entire 2025 is Matthew McConaughey. So, all right. Yeah. So, that's what I'm getting ready to do this weekend. So, Nick, you? Just wrestling?
Wrestling? Yeah. Yeah.
It's me falling asleep while I'm driving.
That's against the rules, Nick.
About Dr. Pepper.
Do what?
It's
not against rules.
Can't fall asleep.
I fall asleep.
We had Laredo last weekend, and he was actually awake throughout the. He was awake the ride back.
Nice.
I was like, good, we didn't die.
It's because I don't know. I'll say maybe I get more sleep now, but.
So, anything else you guys want to add before we head on to the main one in 2 weeks?
Check out the Mousetrap. It's worth at least one watch.
That is true. Go check it out. Mousetrap. Send us some feedback. If not, again, 2 weeks from today, the mean one on a whole new episode of Friday the 14th podcast.
I'm ready for the mean one.
I don't think I could ever be mean.
The mean one.
You're always mean.
You should make your face green for this episode.
Maybe we'll figure something out. So, I got something else that's green. Hook 'em! Texas, 2 weeks. Hopefully they go to the national championship.
Peace, love, tacos.
See you, Ultra.